Everywhere you look in the natural world, there's brilliance. Organisms are exquisitely adapted to their places. And biomimicry acknowledges that we're not the first ones to ask these questions. How shall we live here sustainably? We are surrounded by genius. We're surrounded by the answers, and it's as simple as that. So after the book came out, companies started to call to ask me to bring my biologists to their design table because they were inventing every day. And what they were describing was a career that didn't exist yet. And so we created this consultancy back in 1998. We've worked with about 250 companies and cities and communities around the world. At the moment of creation, while they're inventing, we bring biological inspiration to the table. One of the things that really excites me about biomimicry is the fact that it really does change people's minds and hearts when it comes to conservation. An inventor who learns a breakthrough technology that they've been trying to solve for decades, and they go and they learn it from an organism, they become ardent conservationists. You talk about sharks, for instance, and what's happening now with shark fin soup, and how many sharks are being devastated. And then you tell an audience that what we're learning from sharks. You talk about the fact that we're putting shark skin patterns on boats because they cut through the water so much better, and it saves all this fossil fuel. They're putting shark skin patterns onto surfaces in hospitals because the Galapagos shark has been found, its skin has been found to repel bacteria just because of its pattern, not because of any chemistry, just its pattern. And this is so important when we're looking for ways to reduce our use of antibiotics and harsh cleansers in fighting superbugs. Sharks are much more valuable to us evolving the next great idea than they are sitting in our soup. Life creates conditions conducive to life. And that's the one, I would say, design challenge of the next century, is to ask organisms and ecosystems, how does life create conditions conducive to life? If we're to stay here, if we're to fit in on this planet that gave rise to us and all these other amazing organisms, if we're going to fit in here, we have to learn how to create conditions conducive to life too. And that's the biggest thing we're learning in biomimicry.